So we're off leash again. Stop eating things. And we're working on his recall, which has gotten quite good. I still have the training leash on him, the 20-footer. And I recommend, if you really want his off leash to be really, really tight and like really, really good, I usually recommend keeping the training leash on. He's gonna pounce her. For a little while anyways, until he's probably 2, I would probably keep a training leash on. And that way he just can't ignore you. You know, you just take the option of ignoring you and not coming back and just going and doing something else off the table. Because what happens with a teenage dog like this? Okay, enough. Hey, enough. This is one thing that I want you to watch, and that is that when he's playing with another dog, because he's a baby still, but he's a big baby, he wants to keep playing after the other dog doesn't. So my dog's telling me she doesn't want to play anymore. She is leaning against my legs and hiding. So if he doesn't read her language and he tries to keep playing, I usually use my interrupter, which is hey, said in like a loud, stern voice. And he listens to that pretty well. And then I redirect him onto something else, which right now is he's getting treats for doing a sit. So good boy. And I also want him to look at me, not the treat. So I'm holding the treat up here. Yes, that's a good boy. Right. So just so that you have a bit of consequence while he's maturing, because like I said, they're slow to mature, right? So his brain will be developing over the next year. And any time that you call him and he ignores you and walks away or decides to go ahead and go see what he wants to see anyways, that teaches him the wrong, don't eat it. Give it to the dogs or I'm taking it away. That gives him the wrong learning in that moment. So the training leash just gives me a little extra control. So if he ignores me, I don't need to yank on it, but I can stop him from going to reinforce somewhere else. I can eliminate his other choices off leash, which is what happens off leash, is that the dog has a lot of choices. So they go and just do the better choice, which might be sniffing something or going to greet people or, doing whatever doggy thing they want to do. So that's it. I just recommend keeping it on, even though his recall's been quite good and he's been listening really well. When there's strange dogs around or people that he thinks are suspicious. So like weird people, I found his judgment's not off. Like weird people he barks at. If we're sitting still somewhere, he gets into guard mode, which is really common for Mastiffs and a normal part of their behavior. If we are sitting in a park or we're sitting on a bench, he'll bark at weird people. I mean, it's excessive at this point, so we're working on not doing that. But he does have pretty good judgment, so he'll bark at people that are like a little bit off. People that I wouldn't want coming up to me and my daughter anyways. And then new dogs, he gets really excited though. So he still needs to be on leash if there's a new dog around, because he will get super excited. And depending on what the dog does, like if the dog ignores him, he might be okay. But if the dog gets excited too, he might just want to bolt over there and say hi. And that's going to not be great if you're not in an off-leash area or if it's across the street or something like that. So I just recommend keeping that on. And then by the time, if you keep a training leash like this on when you let him loose, by the time he's 2, he's going to be the best off-leash dog, because you will have worked so many times. He won't think that he has the freedom to just go do what he wants. He'll think like, oh, I'm on this training leash and I'm never really free. So I need to be listening. Hey, what are you doing? He's trying to get the treat from me. I don't want him jumping on me. No, jumping does not get you things that you want. No. That's a good boy. Down. So he's gone from trying to avoid me off leash to like he's really good now. He stays really close. And that's part of having food rewards for him, which I recommend continuing as well. Hey. Sit. Good. Down. You can do it. He doesn't like laying down in the wet grass, I've noticed. Good boy. Stay. He doesn't like getting his belly wet. He was doing it this morning, ignoring me when I asked him. I was like, what's going on with you? You don't want to be in the wet grass. Okay, let's go. That doesn't mean go harass her again. Let's go. Come on. Good boy. So if he gets a little harassy, go. Let's go. No. Get going. Good boy. If he gets a little, like, dumb puppy, which he's doing right now, I'll just tell him to get going. Let's go, I say. And if he goes to pounce her, hey, no, get going. Let's go. You can't see my arm right now, but I'm pointing out ahead of us. Go. Just to tell him to keep going because we're walking. Just so he doesn't pounce on my dog and annoy her. Go. Let's go. And I'm kind of blocking his way, telling him to turn around when he starts turning around to block the way of the other dog. That's a good boy. Nice. We were working on healing yesterday, so he's offering me that behavior a little bit, walking at my side here. Very nice. He must be hungry. I think it's close to dinner time. He's really into the treats right now. Very nice. Good boy. Well done. Okay, that's it. Go ahead. Okay, let's go. There we go. So I'll show you his recall if he ever gets like 5 feet from me. Let's go. Come on. You're just a hungry boy today. You're just a hungry boy. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't do this video right before dinner time because it's giving your dad unrealistic expectations. It's giving him unrealistic expectations, isn't it? Good boy, come on. We're still out in the big field. He's just sticking right to me like glue. Let's just be hungry. I'll just try and see if he gets distracted here. Don't pounce her. No, you're not doing that. Thank you. He goes into like a little crouch when he's going to pounce another dog. He does like a creepy stalking crouch. Look, let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, that's a good boy. Come on. Let's go. And then when I tell him not to, he gets like a loser dorky puppy thing going on here, which I'm not impressed with. So if he jumps, hey, enough. If he's jumping and nipping at me, that's a no behavior. And I'll give him my hey interrupter word. Let's go. So if that's what he's doing with your kids, he's just treating them like, that's treating people like dogs. And we don't ever want that jumpy nippy thing. And it's just a puppy behavior. It's not bad, but it's not a really awesome behavior to have in a Mastiff just because they're huge puppies, right? So although he's so little, and if it was a smaller dog, I probably wouldn't even be that concerned about it. But because he's so big, there's a zero tolerance for any kind of jumping or nipping at people. It's just not happening. It's not a good thing. And he's obviously hungry right now, and he's just kind of, that's also contributing to an annoyance behavior here. So it's always good to think about what the context is. So my other dog is behind the fence over there. So he's kind of crouching and going to go over there. And, I don't know why he thinks he's going to pounce a dog that's on the other side of the fence, but not the brightest move, puppy. So he's kind of in mid-play mode here. So I'm just going to whistle him and see if he'll respond. Yeah! Good boy! Well done! That's good! Well done, puppers! Yeah, so he's been listening really well. That was pretty challenging. Like he's in the middle of about to go pounce another dog. I think that's pretty good distraction level. And so his main challenge here would be strange dogs. So he's listening around my dogs. But if we encounter new dogs, he gets really excited and he has a hard time listening. So that's what we're working on when we do our out and about adventures, which we do in the afternoons, going out to work on our leash walking and stuff. He's doing it again. Yeah! Good boy! Woohoo! Well done. Good job. You're just swallowing those. You're not even chewing them. Must be starving. I think we'll go in and make dinner for everybody. Okay, here we go. So that one, he took a second, right? So I didn't repeat myself. I waited until he looked, and then I gave him the guess. Uh-oh, she ate it. She ate it. I waited until he looked, and then I told him yes when he turned and looked at me, which is my reward marker telling him that he's going to get something. So because it was a difficult situation for him, because he's stalking my dog that's on the other side here. Oh, you're coming back just to check? That's okay. We like that too. Good boy. Okay, there we go. So he's doing, what are you doing? He's doing some checking in. Sometimes coming back over treat-seeking behavior, I call it. Like that, right there. I didn't call him. So that's good. That's what we want. Before he was really like avoiding me and not wanting to be close outside. And now he's doing treat-seeking behavior to me outside, like coming to me, asking me if he can have something, just checking in to see, like, am I a good boy? Do you have anything extra for me? And that's what we want. We want him thinking that coming to you is a way to get things that he wants instead of ignoring you and just self-rewarding by sniffing or playing or whatever it is that he enjoys doing the most in that moment.